Hey, welcome back. We're going to be doing a little bit of gardening. Yep, that's right, October gardening in Zone 8 in the Homestead Garden Series. Stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm in my greenhouse today. We've been having some rain. Thank God for the rain. It ended the fire season. We've had a brutal fire season this year. A lot of devastation and damage. But we're going to be talking about the Homestead Garden Series and what to plant in your homestead garden in the month of October. That's right, I said October. As you notice throughout the year, I've been doing gardening and planting something just about every month. This is actually the last month that we can plant in Zone 8 here in the Cascade Mountains of southwestern Oregon. That is, of course, unless you have a greenhouse, then you can grow year-round. Well, in the greenhouse, I use it mainly to grow crops throughout the winter months. I do have a heater in here now. It's a propane heater, and I'll be able to grow things. Anyway, we're going to choose a variety of vegetables you can plant in October. One of the advantages to planting in October is the soils are still warm enough so your seeds will germinate. Plus the water from heaven will come down and help with the growth process. You still have enough sunlight to help with the growing and fruiting process. Mainly plants that don't really fruit, but it's just a leafy vegetable plants is what we're going to be doing. So let's look at the varieties I've chosen to grow in Zone 8. I had to go down and get some fresh seed because I was afraid some of my seed was just getting too old, if seed can get old. We'll see. Anyway, I have blue-curled kale. We'll be planting some kale. We'll be planting some spinach. I'll be planting some lettuce. And I will also be planting some carrots and beets along with some gift seeds that I received from a viewer up in Canada. She imported these to here, southwestern Oregon, all the way from Canada. So I got black Spanish radish I will be planting. I have purple pod pole pea, which I'll be growing on the trellis. And I have purple Cape cauliflower we can grow. Yes, cauliflower is a cool loving crop, and also rainbow chard. And now I have this growing out in the garden. We're going to plant some more and have some fresh produce growing. Now this is stuff that I'm looking forward to harvesting into winter. Yeah, you can grow gardens in the fall and harvest through the winter. But I want to point out, this is the last time, the last month of the year that you're able to actually plant in our growing zone here in our microclimate here in southwestern Oregon up in the Cascades. So let's go out in the garden and get some planted. You'll notice I do not let my rabbit turds go to waste. I have rabbit turds that I could fortify my garden soil with. And this will also be good for next year's crop, because as these rabbit turds decay, adding nutrients to the soil, I'll be able to really get a good, fine, organic mixture and feed into my soil. Yeah, rabbit turds are one of those byproducts that you can put on your garden. It's not considered a hot manure like chicken. So this one you can take right from the rabbit cage and put in your garden. I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh soil to this. over the top because the soil, as it decomposes throughout the year, it does settle. So we're going to add some fresh layer. I got some Swiss chard going right here, so I'm gonna leave that, but I'm gonna plant these purple potted pole peas. Yep, these were a gift, and we're gonna plant them along both sides of the trellis here. Right here, I'm planting purple Cape cauliflower. And some beets. Carrots. Black Spanish radish. Rainbow Swiss chard. And in this other garden, I'm going to plant some romaine lettuce. Gourmet blend lettuce. Blue curled kale. And some spinach. Now that the October garden is planted, let me give you a tour of the September garden on what we planted in September and what's growing. Radishes are growing. Peas are growing. In this other bed we've got peas growing along, doing quite nicely, and we've got carrots right here that are poking up. And then we've got those vegetables that are coming in. Look at the cauliflower. And the kale is coming in quite nicely. Here's what's left of my summer garden. I got some tomatoes to harvest and some basil. I'll be making some salsa with those tomatoes. Yum. Cabbage is coming quite nicely. I gotta weed my garden. Arrgh. Well, that concludes this episode on the October garden on what to plant in Zone 8, especially here in our microclimate here, the Cascades in southwestern Oregon. As temperatures drop, we'll be doing some more work inside the greenhouse. I got some planting to do in there, and stay tuned for those episodes. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Please remember to subscribe, then click that bell icon. That'll alert you to new videos as I do upload them. Another thing you can do for me is clicking that share button and sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out a lot. Please leave a comment and check out the video links I have below if you're interested in learning how to find cheap land and sinking your roots in someplace. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Please be safe and always be kind. Bye-bye.